All right, welcome back to my expanded divine panel of the infinite eight to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. I'm deciding to like figure out the camera angles, and this one it's like it's a little close, but it's okay. Happy New Year, by the way. I wanted to see like what wonders this brush can do. Holy smokes, because for real. I've demonstrated it many a time. So see, look, that's a lot of flyaways. Look at that. What the heck? How does he even do that? Crazy shiz. Anyway, it's lovely. It's a blessing. All right, I am going to still get ready here. Lipstick. Okay. First time I'm doing it on here, this like realm. So I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. Oh dear. A little dark, huh? We're using warm lighting too, so we'll see how that goes. Coming in a little later than usual. It's a little dark, like dark brown, but it's okay. I think actually it's okay. It's doing a thing. It's doing a thing. But since you can see more detail, you can see like girl needs some lip liner for sure. There's some glasses. No. It'll do. Yeah. All right. So, am I doing earrings today? Am I gonna do some earrings today? Tell me. Well, these ones are a tad broken. I don't know if I think I'm gonna just go without. I'm doing just fine. All right. I didn't spend too much on my. Does it cut down from here? Because it stops like right here. The picture, the frame. It's okay. It's good. All right. So, Happy New Year, honeybees and honeypots and honeybees. This is Gifts Unlocked by To the Inner Wild, Season 2, Episode 12. It is the Hangman card. And what are we talking about here? Well, because of that, it's a Happy New Year. We're sprung. I don't know if I feel like in the feels of like the cuffing season thing, but I feel like that's in the energy, like feeling sprung doesn't have to be actually for a significant other, another person. It could be just I'm sprung over what I've got and what I'm gonna get. So it's good. All right. So as I was doing the pre-shuffle, I got younger woman here, like on my lap, and it's dealings or relationship with a younger woman. Very obvious. I don't know how I feel about it because like this girl looks, a little stank face. That's what I gotta say. See? Like just like that. I came in upright, so I would have to say it's neutral. You can't go based on complete first impression. Yeah, so let's see how that goes, because I could be maybe the younger woman. Don't know. But let's see. Okay, so left side, I received position of authority in reversal. Internal, external energy. I think there's an overthrow of an energy because it was like transient energy. And so I think someone's gonna get overthrown. Yeah. Because it became more of first it was external and then it became internal. So I'm like, let me see here. Let me get a little bit more detail. These are just the energy cards. Okay. Okay. On the right side is coins. Money will be coming to you. I'm telling you, I'm sprung. I'm sprung. Talking about my honeypot and my honeybees. So this is wonderful. This is a lavish life. Yes, it is. Well, a life of luxury, I would say. Like I'm bound to feel the feels of it. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to feel the feels of it, not just rocking it, but feel them. I don't know. I got the image of Jamie Lee Curtis in True Lies, when she turns her diamond ring over and she does a bitch slap, and it cuts. So there's something to that arena here that if I need to, I'm gonna have to give others the feels, something like that if they're disrespecting. So let me go ahead and see if there's anything else here. Okay. Already. Jug inverted. Lighthearted, carefree time, and then fair man, extroverted dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. Okay. I suppose that's in my energetic field. Let me see here. It's in my energetic field. I mean, it landed in my hands and all that, so we'll see how this goes. Too bad I don't have any more tea. Can you hear it? No more tea. Bummed. Oh, here, I'll wear these. This is a little much right now, so I'm gonna take that off. And instead, I shall wear these earrings that I have not worn in quite a while. I want to. I said so. I'm gonna do it. Come on, we can do it. Oh my God, I used to be a pro. Okay, just bend it. Okay. Shouldn't take that long. Oopsie. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I didn't do too much. Like, I usually don't do very much for New Year's. When you have a family, when you start a family when you're young, it that's just it's not really the safest thing to do. You give up the party life. Oh, I had some here. Dang. You know what? I changed my mind. I want clip-on earrings. I feel like clip-on earrings. Nah. I want to clip them on. I want to clip something on. We're gonna do it because I found it. Actually, I like these because they reminded me of binder clips. I've had them for quite a while. So I'm gonna do it because they're the ones kind of on the top over here. So anyway, I didn't get everything that I wanted to get done to set the precedence, the tone for the new year, but I'm okay. I'm okay with it. I did what I could, and I had to really talk myself through it, So my alignment. Do you see what I'm talking about? It's definitely like, it's definitely doing the admin thing. Oh, 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 oh. I like it. Shh. Don't say anything else except that you like it, or you're just gonna stay neutral. Okay, because I said so. All right, so okay, header cards. Are they even? 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 They're even. All right, I'm good with that. Okay. I think the more I try to perfect things, the more things get a little bit like, like let's tell her otherwise. Okay, so all right, header cards. Oh wait, do we do segue? Header. Okay. All right. Boom. 3, 2, 1. Jeez. Oh my God. There it goes. Jackpot. Older woman extroverted and grasshopper extroverted. Situations in balance that require careful handling, or in the balance that require careful handling. And then older woman extroverted is dealings or relationship with an older woman. Okay, it's tricky, let me tell you. And it landed inverted in the slot over here with a bunch of other things. Oh, okay, whatever. This is the only thing that remained. Haystack karma. You will reap what you have sown. Ooh. Okay, let me grab this other stuff because it's just crazy all over the place. What was that finger one? Warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Chain of events that will affect your life. Oh, you know what? That landed like on my underneath, right there, underneath my bum. But I think this is a bitch. This is definitely a bitch. Because I know who that is, and she's trying to send shit to me. You know? Give me a second. This is weird doing things like this because I'm used to having a little space, and I tried to like do a back it up kind of thing, but it's not doing that. Anyway, jackpot. I think she's trying to like screw with me because like certain things were happening. I tried to like do a backup on my phone and a restoring because there was I think a hacker for sure. Anyway, so this is the energy. These are the let me just double check the energy. It's true. Can I throw that one back in? My expanded divine panel of the infinite. Can I just throw her back in? Yeah, because it's not mine. We don't have to wait it out and let things transpire. We just cut it out. All right. So what do I get in exchange for that? All right. Oh, first off, vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you, inverted. Well, yeah, I mean, that's what vultures do. They linger around until you die. Okay, I'm going to throw this back in. Things got a little messy here. I forgot to... Come on. Okay, make sure the cards are all turned the correct way. Okay. There were a bunch of fortunate cards that were turned up. So maybe those are, the true truths. But, they have very little power. Dealings or relationship with a woman in reversal. I'm telling you, she needs to be restrained for sure. Like that kind of energy, Spirit, can like we do something about that? Like that definitely needs more than a restraining order. Like that needs to be confined, bound, binded, banned. So that's an easy petition, but let me go ahead and get a new header card, okay? All right, okay. Boop. Three, two, one, cheese. What is it? A dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. And then a club is in reversal. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. These are the header cards. Yeah, there's like some hocus pocus, dominocus type of workings here. Yeah, there's like so foul. Just that friend supposedly of 20 years plus. She I think in the past couple of years or something like, or in the past year, before she had to move from her normal city. So I guess it's been a year, at least a year. She said that she was on a conference call type of thing, like a workshop thing, and it had to do with potions, to learn how to do like exorcisms and stuff like that. And I was like, "Oh, I have some herbs for that if you want to get started." I know that these ones like are for it. That's what it was described as. And she said, "No, thank you. We have got her, that kind of thing." And it was weird because that was the second time she declined it. And I thought that was so freaking weird because I think now looking at everything in hindsight, she was, because I told her about a dream that I had, like an omen type of dream. I realized it was more of an omen prophecy type of message that I received years ago. And if, in fact, it was when I was traveling with her to, I think, Arizona or something like that. Anyway, it was a brief trip. And I had this like very, very potent dream. I've never had a dream like that in my entire life. And that actually, I think I described a little bit of that um, in my initial readings, like my initial part of when I first started TikTok. But anyway, I told her about like, it has to do with like exorcisms. And I was one of the very, very few remaining that, was conducting that kind of thing. And the whole world was like, not absolute fuckery. It was in dismay, like, not just disturbed. It was, um, um, it was like the imagery of Shaun of the Dead, that kind of just chaos. But it was worse than that. It was almost like it was diseased, but it was the visualization of spiritual warfare, like the absolute visualization of it. And so gosh, I have something right there. And so I do recall that. um What was I going to tell you about? So the exorcism part. Oh yeah. So when she did she told me about the workshop, like training. She didn't even call it like that. It was another kind of reference that she had for it. Anyway, I thought it was strange that she declined um some supplies basically that I had. Very basic, that it wasn't like my tools. They were herbs. And then, what did she say? Like, she didn't even care to find out, like, what the mixture was. It was in hindsight, I realized she felt that she was so superior as to not need anything from me. But also she was taking a, like, class or something, like a group, thing, um, in order to know how to, like, um escape, how to counteract things that are used in exorcisms. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's possessed. She's fucking possessed. And I don't mean that like as an exaggeration to make fun of her. I really believe now that she is possessed by not just, like that kind of greed and that kind of selfishness, that kind of jealousy, that kind of hate, that kind of determination, to the point that you are distracted by your own ill wills, uh, like you are actively destroying not just your family, your coven, and your friends. You're you're destroying yourself, and I could see it on her. Even um her shoulders were all scaly and dry every time I saw her, just dying from the inside. Like everything was just like, um what do you describe that as? Like the things that you see that are almost comedic, like Tales of the Crypt, or um what is it, just um actively decaying. um And so it didn't occur to me until, in hindsight, that she was trying to find out ways to create like aversions to, like, obstruct um uh um certain methods that are used in exorcisms. And that's crazy. That's crazy, because when I traveled with her in that dream, I've never dreamed of the devil so potently, um, or even started to, until, you know, we started hanging out more and more together. And I didn't even like freaking realize it. But anyway, and this is just an FYI to, you know, that's crazy. So anyway, that's what I'm saying. It takes more than just a spiritual restraining order. It takes more than just like, we'll watch her. No, there's something that has to be done about her. She's gone off the deep end. So, mm, so these are two different characters in my life. This is on the recipient side, and this is well, this is like an energetic, like an FYI, as I'm manifesting, as I'm doing. Okay. I'm gonna get another clarifier to the club over here, but it is withheld. It's withheld. So, but not by her own means. This is withheld by greater forces. So I'm gonna get one more clarifier on that. Bowl in reverse. Plenty of material things in reversal. Is this internal? External energy. External. Okay, one more here. And they said one more after that. Dog inverted. Protection from a powerful friend. Yeah, this is coveting type of energy. Yeah, like it's that kind of energy. It's like the big brother, or yeah, the big brother is making the, like, their little sibling, like, hit themselves. So it's like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself. It's that kind of tomfoolery, trying to enforce mistakes. I've been around this kind of energy before, a male energy, and that's if he didn't get what he wanted, if you didn't entertain him, he would do things like that. And I know I didn't get like the worst of it, when it came to like one-on-one type of interaction. I didn't. It was just like, I can um make things easy or difficult for you. That kind of energy. Yeah. Yeah, I know that. I know, like, that was the only time that I had ever experienced something like that particular energy. It's mischievous for sure. Um but like, I wouldn't consider that energy. mm, I've seen other evils. This one was more like, there's something, yeah, just, I don't want to go into much about that, but protection from a powerful friend. Maybe it's that energy that's helping me, you know, an ally. Oh my gosh, for sure. It's another dog. Yeah, for sure. Because I have not seen that energy in several years now. So I know. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. He's like, I know exactly what they're doing, and I'm the only one that knows how to do it best, better than anybody else. And from all the energies that I've experienced, even like distant, I would say that this one is very well placed. Like, very, like, I would say, um, yeah, he is correct. Um, hmm hmm um, there are other energies, that could do something similar, but they have very, very chaotic energy. Very, one I know has very disruptive energy. Um, um, like, mean, mean energy. And then, um, another is, mm, troubled mean as well. Like, yeah. This is the only one though that I would say is very precise. Like, when you're working with wands, um different wood has different properties, and there's some that are very rare, but have also um a chaotic spirit to it. Or like, so as far as focus is involved, this one does have it for sure. hmm Definitely. All right, so that's the those are the header cards. Interesting. That's crazy. Okay. All right. So moving forward, this one. Okay. I'm going to use this deck. And this deck. This dude is actually really smart. Very educated. Um, all right. So, all right. What do I need to know? What do I need to know? Season 2, episode 12. Happy New Year, honey pots and honeybees. We're sprung. The Fool card in reverse. Is this a hold up? No. This is almost like walking on the ceiling. So it is kind of not just occultish, it's This is constantly not just landing on our feet. I'll speak for me. Okay, I'll speak for me. And those that I end up doing takeaways for in this reading. So this is not just landing on your feet. So this is okay, there's a lot of messages. So it's not just that, but it's also being able to constantly walk on your feet. I know that sounds obvious, right? But this is like a building that has like gone for a tailspin, and like a spaceship that's gone like tower moment tailspin, like it's going like it's and so it's the floor is constantly changing between the walls and the ceiling and the actual floor, and it's being able to take that turbulence and still move forward. So this is like fantastic. This is fan freaking tastic. This is not stagnation, as in like cocoon status and objective, like hesitation before entering into the portal or whatever it is. This is like, gosh, like, geez, that's a lot, you know. Look, see, you know, it's like, geez, that's a lot, you know, being put through that. But that kind of turbulence, it's still with the constancy of movement, being able to gauge like one's own chi relative to the movement of the, it's like like it's it's like a SWOT analysis on G-force. So it's the constancy of being able to read the environment and still push forward, like move forward without it being so resistant against the grain. So this is moving with the flow, which is quite fast. Not many can do that. Okay. All right, that's great. I like it. Yeah, so that's definitely for me and my the ones that I do takeaways for in this reading. Okay. So I do want to know though, is this like an act of charity, or is there some kind of agenda tied to this? Because I know this guy's smart. So I'm not, he knows what I stand for, and he knows that you can only bend the rules for energies that are like flighty, like pick me, like you know, like what he's, you know, used to being, what is usually in his environment from where I last left off anyway. So what is his interest here? Like, what is interest? Agenda. Interest. Agenda. Interest. Okay. Agenda. What is his agenda? Because, you know, it doesn't have to be like actually him. It could be you know, just an identity. So, but I really feel like it's him because I felt his, I sense his energy around previous to these cards. So agenda. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then what fell on my like altar. This is the first time that it has fallen down into my altar area. My main side is the Hierophant card. Oh, he wants a co-pilot. He wants a sacred seat to co-pilot. That's what that is. That's his agenda. It has never fallen into like my main area of altar. At least down here, like it flew in. That is a very like protective spot in which I charge certain things that I kind of like bestow as like a for safekeeping to Hecate. So this energy wants his agenda is to seek divine protection, like occult, high magic, deep primordial magic protection. As far as co-piloting, that would be fun. You know, like can I ride your ride? That kind of energy. But I I think that's part of it too, because it's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So it's his agenda is both. That's a tall order for this energy. I'm gonna have to say no, no, because honestly, that's a big ask. That's to ask something like that is actually quite disrespectful, I would say. And in hindsight, I think he realizes that. Um, I don't think he thinks that I'm dumb, but I think he just really, really wants a seat at that. Like I said, you know, there are other energies I mean, there are other identities with the same energy, and while I do appreciate this, as far as this is concerned, his acts of services, that has to vouch for, how do I say it? The things that I experienced while I was there, this should be accredited towards evening out those scales, not something moving forward. This is a tall order that, like, this is your last fucking meal type of tall order energy, you know? Like, I don't know why he's asking, like, that's his agenda, okay? So he didn't ask it. That's his agenda. Duh. All right. His interests. All right. What are his interests then? Intentions. Intentions. Interests. Okay. Okay. What? There's one on my lap. There's one that fell on this thing on the left hand. 9 of Swords. Not to stress about the left hand path type of, you know. So, okay. So this is kind of like the negotiations plate, like, you know, sweetening up. This is the honeypot energy. This is okay. Look, you'll be my best right hand man. I will be your best left handed man. I will do the dirty work, basically. And then what landed in my lap is 5 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you can forego that. You can wash your hands. Like, you don't even have to be identified. You don't even have to be tied into it. I will be I will handle it. So 9 and the 5 is 14 swords. That is chill, you know. Okay, what fell down here though is the Emperor extroverted, huh? Big boss energy. Okay, is this him? Big boss. No, this is a big boss energy. This is basically spirit. No, it is spirit. This is the Most High. This is true source, my true. He's like, hold up. She already had that before you entered in. You were probably tapped on the shoulder to assist because you're really great at this stuff, but no, we're not having any side agendas. No parallel activities, no fuckery, no extra fuckery. We're not going to do a bait and switch fuckery, you know, exposition. No. Okay, Spirit's putting a stop to that. Like asserting oneself. Mm? All right, this underneath is Five of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Wands. Yeah, this is like, hold up. I've already collected a leak. Tina's Riot Crew. Okay? Okay? You see, that's a pentacle right there. Pentacle emphasis here. Knocked it right out of the park. Spirit's like, Spirit got pissed. But like, like tempered pissed. Like, hold up. You wait a second here. No, wait a second. Get out. No, get out of here. That kind of energy. Like the tempered parent that comes in and sees that daughter or whatever, or like, their kid brought in their, boyfriend or girlfriend to the house, and they were just having snacks, they were just at the table, just like chilling. And it's like, or maybe like holding hands, or like, doing something not crazy, but it's just like, oh, no, nope. She's already got a plan. Okay, we've got a plan for her. So that is crazy. We sprung. Spirit sprung into action. That is insane. I did not expect that. That was insane. Like, the positioning of the cards were very exact. Thank you, Spirit. That's crazy. Okay. Spirit is saying, like, you did your part over here. Okay, thanks. Thanks very much. Okay. We'll take a few, like, what do you call it? A few points off your record, like if they were driving points on your driver's license or something like that. Like, we'll take a couple points off for you, but dude, please. That's crazy. This guy is used to getting what he wants, so like, I don't think he was trying to be a goofball about it. I think he was just sometimes people's wants kind of take over the realm of common logic, basically. While extroverted misunderstanding. I think he's calling it a misunderstanding. This dude is a negotiator, like a salesperson, but in its like VP sense, like chief sense. Like, oh, I think we had a misunderstanding here, Spirit. Like, thank you. I will take my bag and I will go. Excuse me. That kind of energy. This guy is has I heard proper, and that was confirmation. This guy knows like well above average etiquette. So he knows like how to conduct himself, especially when bowing out. And it's just like, okay, that's it. All right. So anything more here? Here. Okay. Moving forward. All right. So Happy New Year, honeypots and honeybees. We sprung. Okay. Gifts unlocked by To the Inner Wild, season 2, episode 12. What is it that made a flippity doo that? Oh, look. 2 of Cups opened up to the Knight of Pentacles. Right there. So this is this is already here. I have people who are sound and right, with themselves and right with me. They come correct. This is like behind the scenes version of the 3 of Pentacles. This is what you see. The creators, not what is created. And so, Knight of Pentacles, something is being brought along. These were not brought. These are already here. Something is brought because of these partnerships. So that might be part of it. Dude, maybe it was a true misunderstanding. And this person meant like like they were fondly thinking like, oh, I could do something about this. I will do something about this, etc. But spirit sees all. And so whether or not this guy realizes it, like there is an inkling, a seed that was just like, like the seeds, the bean sprouts that you put like on the windowsill when you're sill when you're and it's something about sealed, like a soul sealed type of energy, like um just this inkling, like like in elementary, and it just sprouts. And so spirit saw that. Spirit saw that. It was, oh my gosh, it was just as disturbing as, like when you have like, I think, a dog in heat. I don't know if it's like if they're in heat or if they're um not neutered, but like that little chili pepper that comes out, like it was that startling. Like that seedling was raw. That's so serious. Like, wait a second. Wait a second. That's what spirit saw, and got, really kind of like instantaneously upset about it. Like, no, whether or not this guy sees it or not, it's a subconscious form that like it's reality check. No, none of that kind of energy. So anyways, it's what's being brought into existence. What is that, a graviton? What's being like, as far as so from what I understand, I think I got all mixed up in like the wording of it, but as a graviton is an unexplored, kind of like a different dimension of thinking, but of reality, that enforces, like mediates, like within the partnership of working with gravity. So it grounds, it bonds, it mediates in some essence, in something that is, we couldn't even call it intangible nor tangible, only because it's that level of an unexplored realm that it's theoretical from what I understand, but it's undeniable in its frequency, its existence. Like, yeah. So that's what I'm seeing here. That's what I'm understanding. Because if these energies embody it, singularly speaking, and cohesively as a co-pilot, this is more than just a contract. This is something that is um willfully explored. um so this is so beyond like the written form of like the technicality of consensual partnerships, this is something that's like one that's ignited, like in your inner being, the um um something that like kind of compels you, um something that you're already composed of, and it's just waiting to be like be brought into existence. Like it's dormant until it's needed. That kind of energy, that kind of power is needed. So what is being brought into existence? Let's see here. What is being brought forth? $48.33 on the clock. Justice in reverse. Justice in reverse. It's kind of like tally ho type of energy. Tally ho. So this is and instead of saying like and away they go, so it's not like a horse race type of energy. It's tally ho. It's adventurous. It's on in transit. So and do not be fooled nor disappointed that justice is in reversal. Of course, we know like Captain Obvious, reporting for duty. There are injustices. Yes, we know that. So, but there's like in transit, like this is low-key the version of when Frodo gets stabbed by what do you call it, one of the swords of the, those old kingsmen. I don't know, it was poison, and so the Elven Queen. I don't remember her name. Anyway, Liv Tyler. She takes him like and carries him, whisks him off into getting that remedied. So that's the extreme version of it. So the low key version is more like it's like on a mission. What is that song? On a mission. Any listen? I don't know. Anyway, I was really happy that I got one of my videos done. Which one was it? It was for 12:30. And I have, I think, 1 or 2 more after that, but I got 1 done today. I didn't want to go like like put my eggs all in one basket because I could tell with the energetics and like little mishaps here and there, and just certain inconveniences being on extra and me being compelled to making a candle or to counteract certain bullshit before the stroke of midnight, and I did. It all worked out. Like the intuition, even before certain things were kind of like falling like misaligned dominoes. It just barely hit the other, and then another thing happened, and then so anyway, I couldn't. I decided it was foolish for me to put all my eggs in one basket of let's just get these videos wrapped up. But I got 1 down. So it's good. I thought it was going to be more complicated. I felt like the cumbersome nature of like, fuck. Now I'm going to have to divvy out which song goes to this and that, and like, and amongst like technical difficulties of having to switch phones and restoring and backup, and like which one is misbehaving badly and which one is like okay with these kind of features. Anyway, FYI, other than Moolah, uh, needed, it would be very beneficial for me to be able to afford a new phone. Yes, better equipment. Not having to say like, okay, this one lost audio completely, so now I can only use it with earbuds. And then this one, there's some kind of, I don't know who messed with it. There's some kind of software or whatever, because the sensory things are not working right. There's buttons that I'm not pushing on a constant. It's been like that for months, if not years. And so somebody must have hacked into that. I don't know. There's something weird about it. I'm pushing buttons. I'm not pushing buttons, etc. Whatever. And then, and then this one has certain resources. This one has the pictures. This, I guess it's keeping me light on my feet, easy on the steps, not having to worry about perfectionism, that whole bit. In fact, this setup is challenges me to that. Not because there's a little bit more detail than usual, but like the extra, like I'm used to having a bit more elbow room. I'm used to like I shuffle live so that you can see that I'm not fucking with you, because I know that there are plenty of readers out there that do that. And so I'm yeah. So anyway, there's that. What are we doing here? Oh yeah, justice. Okay, justice in transit. Okay, I like it. I like it. Anything else here? Okay, here. Clues in. Reef inverted. Sorrow over a loss. Is this muted? Inverted. Internal. External. Internal. Internal. Muted. Specialist. This is, I asked like muted, internal, specialized, news. And the one that had the energy was muted. And it is internal, but it's muted. So this is something, there's sorrow over a loss. Like, I'm not going to experience that. What the heck? I think someone's gonna die. I think someone's gonna die, but someone else is experiencing sorrows, not me, over that. That's true. This is just like an FYI. Okay. Okay, so clarifier. That. Psh. Older woman inverted dealing her relation. Yeah, it's that energy. It's that energy. So maybe she will die. I mean, like, sooner than there's something. I mean, death. Or is it reputation? Ego death. That's part of it. Actual death. Calling time. Done. Buried. Burned. Buried. Burned. Missing. Buried. Burned. Missing. Burned. What? So that, I mean, burn could be like, cremation type of energy, but it also could not. There's something. That is death. It's her. The only way that would really happen, and other than, like, I have points of validation, right? But there are other things that people do that validate themselves on their own. So she was doing death magic. That's the only bounce back that can happen. Like, it's not me speaking ill upon her life. It's fact. That's not that she was doing that. I mean, that's strange that she would just show up again right after that. The image that they gave me was, it was like almost like a horseshoe, and like they threw it like, like the wreath to like go on like a horseshoe. So it's just kind of like a receipt for me. But this is like this. Okay. Okay. Just like that. Cat, a two-faced friend. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And then ant, work, achievement, success, extroverted. Yeah. Yeah, so, like, when I said the horseshoe, I thought it was strange, like, they associated it with luck, um, and that same thing. So in the same bout, they're saying a two-faced friend, and then, the ant extroverted is work, achievement, success, so there is luck, after the fact. It's, like, back to back. Remember we talked about bad news first and then like the good or bad karma and then the good karma. It is immediate back to back. It's B2B type of energy there. That is crazy. That is crazy. But that's accurate. That's on point. That gave me the chills. Like over here, and then like my knee, like, and then right here initially. That's crazy. All right. Oh my gosh, the World card, but it looks like Justice opened up to the Hierophant, or no, the Hermit in reversal, and the top card is Five of Wands. Right, crew came in, made themselves known, and ended things. So she prided herself in like being like her mom, her being part of or marrying into or being part of like the what is it, the syndicate. I don't know if that was all talk or whatever, but she prided herself in like what is it, you know how people bible thump this is dropping names, yeah, um indicating like some sorts of power or whatever. So she would always kind of like get her way. That would always like give her a land of prestige or whatever. So anyway, Spirit's like doing this, like this is clearly ending it. She looks like Justice right there, looking at this. You see? Hold on. The cards. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, even like how they're wearing their shiz. That's crazy. And wait. Oh gosh. Wait. 8 is Justice. Instead of 11. So things are definitely on point here. Yeah, like on toe point, like ballerina toe point, that kind of energy. So yeah. So it looks like, you know how I've seen something on my feed where like the CIA will make people disappear. I don't know if it's particularly CIA or whatever, but um, there has been a certain affiliation that has not only rejected her, but like I said, you know, if you do cursed things, you are cursing your coven as well, your groupings, and so that they've seen enough, they've explored enough, and now attached certain mishaps, certain misfortunes to her doings. So she was like playing in their face as well. So this became quite personal to them as well, not just like me, but now they're on like a double mission type of energy, and they're handling it, for sure. It's a clear end. Yeah, that's I see. All right. Clarified by. We'll just get a single card here. Oh, I guess two. Like that. 8 of Swords and 3 of Swords in reversal. So this is feeling trapped or getting trapped. No heartbreak. I don't know. Those 11 swords. It's the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. And that's why they're protecting me. Like I'm to stay put, or me, or her. Me. I'm to stay put. There is no heartbreak for me. I don't need to see like the chaos or whatever it is. In fact, I probably shouldn't have seen this far ahead, but this is just like an FYI. Like it's smart for me not to put all my eggs into one basket. Of having to counteract and like stop my life in order to do things to protect myself. This is like they handled it. So I did right by doing a couple of things, but nothing like freaking like my life doesn't have to revolve around that energy, keeping that energy away. And in the same respect, conceptually speaking, um, graviton energy is, apply the same concept, equally parallel to that of my ex and that kind of heinous energy. So, yeah. But this particular one, like, who in the fuck? What are you like? This one actively, there are energies that will accentuate, like, remember in, I don't know if, like, back in the day, maybe not too long ago, there would be like riots, or like high school or whatever, people like would beat each other up or whatever, or maybe even in public too, like you would see things happening that were heinous, and people would just like video record it. They wouldn't do shit about it, and they would like root it on, cheer it on. That is the kind of energy that she actively brought into my life. um I know this in hindsight because all the affiliations that she was attached to, it was like deploying certain like fuckery into my life. And yeah. So all the more reason, I mean, she did my taxes, that of my, like, so she has my, like, a shitload, like all of my information, that of my kids, um and so who knows what kind of abuses were done with that information, but that is all the more reason, like national, global, cosmic security, to end that energy. um yeah, like, yeah, something has dropped. I don't know why. Oh, my cat just like made a dropping sound. Okay, so clarify. Oh wait, yeah, clarifier to that. Page of Swords in reverse. The 12th sword. So this is being objective with my discoveries. Like, I can't be considered a terrible person for looking into this when someone's actively, constantly trying to assert themselves into my life. This is now just observation for what's like already, you know tried to self-imply. This is like, I can't be demonized for delivering something that, like, speaking facts. um this is not gossip. Like this is an affirmation that something should be done about this, and something obviously is being done about this. um so there's no fear nor hard time karma attached to this, nor even the soft core version of this for me. um this is like looking at a lineup, and the officer says, was it this person? And I said, yes, this is what happened. um okay. All right, anything else on that? Okay, opening up to dagger in reverse, fear, worries, tense situations in reversal. What opened up to that is forest, extroverted, muddled, unclear thinking. Scales, keep your life in balance. Wheel, inverted. Indecisive, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Fire, upright, strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. Oh my God. Vulture, again, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. And then broom, new home, new attitude. Yeah, trying to put that in my front door, like what do you call it? Ding dong ditchum kind of energy. Definitely, this is bullshit. There's a hidden, like, oh, I'm still a friend. This is what she did, like, in this is what energies will do when they're trying to fuck with you. They dump the ding dong ditch 'em, but it's like wrapped in a paper bag, like, oh, I left you a meal. This is Uber Eats. Keep your life in balance. Like, let me give you a little, like, Captain Obvious type of feedback. Yeah. So it's well disguised because she checked off the marking on like what to do when you're supposed to support a friend. So she did her part so that the people who put her in charge are like that looked at her resume rather than her doings, her actual, like, really scrutinized her doings. Yeah. That's what that was for. That's insane. All right, I'm gonna shove this back into the deck. We'll cut into it and get an exchange of what? Crib. Birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Look at that. I did it. I done did it. Okay. All right. I think that's it for now. I feel better about these discoveries. I feel better about this. It's so weird. I think people are like so scaredy cat now in doing like the chats section. I just noticed that. That's so crazy. Not only did I build like chill firewalls on that, and with a full disclosure that you're gonna have to account for yourself. You're gonna have to I'm no longer gonna put energy into policing my station. You are going to actively have to step up so that people can see you for who you truly are, and they will identify you. You just put like there's a tracker on you when you put shit on there. And so and on top of that, the settings of like, oh, you have to be a subscriber first, and you have to be a subscriber for at least X amount of time in order to comment, and stuff like that. And adjusting the settings so that it what do you call it, dissuades. We'll just use that. Yeah, dissuades spammers. So as this I told you life is getting better. I mean, this awesome. All right, so time for the takeaways. All right, so okay, one, 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 one. Okay, this is the first stack. Two, 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 three. Okay, three. Okay, that's how it is. Okay, so one or not two. Okay, two takeaways for my super duper refined divine collective. Okay. Oh wait, first we have to do the top bottom takeaways. Okay. 12, 112, 40, or 39 was on the clock. King of Wands, fantastic. A network. The networker. The networker. Okay, and Ace of Cups, top of the deck. Okay. This is remember the cup, like give me that. The top bottom takeaways of the previous. Yeah, give me that. This is I think it was like relative to the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's my time to receive, that kind of energy. And then something about pouring in one's cup. Anyway, that's what that is. Okay. All right. Top bottom takeaways. Okay, bottom of the deck is King of Cups. Oh, the kings are coming through. Okay. Or this is the healed energy, likely. And then Ten of Swords in reverse, the Phoenix energy. This is this person patched things up real quick for sure. They were on the brink, like almost done, and they're now in active duty. They like skyrocketed in the sense of this is not just emerging from being submerged like the Titanic. This is it this dude rose like that's a lot of lingo attached to that. Um Rose, like the girl. I think that's her name, Rose, yeah. Um Virgo star. All right, top of or bottom of the deck. Tankard. Yeah, tankard. Celebration, fun, enjoyment. Ah, that's wonderful. So maybe this King of Cups was dealing with like some kind of like sobriety thing with was drinking or whatnot. I don't know. It could be several things. Looking out for their well being and their health. I know that for sure. So time to celebrate. This is it could be just huzzah, hooray, hooray and huzzah. Top of the deck, no secret to the sauce. Broken bridge in reverse. Unsuccessful outcome to a problem. That is in reversal, mind you. So, yeah, so case solved, case closed. That kind of energy. Fantastic. All right, so 2 takeaways for my super duper refined divine collective. Okay, first one. Six of Wands in reverse. Oh, it's supposed to be in reversal. Okay. Clarified by Ten of Pentacles. What? This is a quiet victory. Like you have to shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. You are gonna get 10 of Pentacles. This is a whole lot of money. Yeah, this is maximum payout type of energy. So this is a quiet victory. hmm hmm Wait a second. Other people are going to try to claim this for themselves, but it's not true for them. And I have different collectives, variations within this umbrella. It feels because they're like, hold up for a second. These are the clue cards. Okay, clue cards. So I'll get 2. 1 arena. Heart in reverse, love, deep affection, and caring in reversal. 1 more. A period of ill health and depression in reversal. Fly. So both are in reversal. Like it's almost as though they don't know how to feel about this money situation. Yeah, there's 2 there's 2 here. They're both opposites. Um um so some that are healthy and like 360 healthy, and then there's some that are very detached, like um yeah, kind of like cold, detached energy. I don't. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. I see why. Okay. They laid on top to clarify each worlds. Okay. So, in your environment, there have been some, I think there are people swapping sides. Like, I used to do bad, but now I'm doing good. So there's, like, my intention is to do good instead of like doing bad, that kind of energy. People are swapping sides because they see the vast difference, of how bad it can truly get. Um, so that's why there's some refining, like divining of a collective that has like hopped on over. However, they don't get the 10 of Pentacles. There's something about it here where like there's no victory for the newbies of the crowd, I guess. um there's a cold attached, like there's no win, like, mm, if you can't beat them, join them. Like they've seen enough, and so they're on board or opting in, that kind of energy. I don't know how they're easily coming in, but like, spirit just doing spirit stuff. Okay. So this one is the 360 healthy type of energy in reversal. They are the ones that get the 10 of Pentacles. Do you understand? So spirit has a funny way of recruiting. Okay. Okay. The second, oh yeah, so your second takeaway is 4 of Cups in reverse. Great choice. Either way, great choice. There's an introduction to everything. So yeah, people have their own personal orientations to kind of like enter them in. Um, and their spirit saying like that's the only loophole that may be legit. So clarifier to that. 9 of Cups. Yep, great choice. You'll be much happier here. hmm Clarified by broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted. Extroverted. What the frick was that all about? Um, yeah, some people think that they could just like swap places easily. Like this is like their version of like the good-hearted destiny swap. If I just if I just join you guys, then I can get this, right? I can get this. So even though it's a great choice and you will be happier, people are automatically making wishes like, okay, like almost like a plea bargain type of energy. Like, all right, I could use this now. That kind of energy. It's like um yeah, that's what they're saying. Spirit saying something like cease and desist. Is that what it is? Or like Spirit saying that simply will not do. That kind of energy. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So one, two. My my partner in peace and quiet. My partner is in peace and quiet. 2 for you. Okay. First one. Three of Wands in reverse. Presence. You're here. You're here. You got admitted in. Okay. Presence. Clarified by. Yeah, you're here. You just started. Yeah. You just got admitted in. Weird. What the frick? Change of pace? Crazy. That is crazy. Okay. Clarified by. Haystack inverted. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Okay, so I think this is an implication. Like you can, if, is it what is it? A hypothesis. You can if this and that. If you are here and you really show up full presence, then what you expect to reap back is support alongside for you. Um, yeah, people looking out for you as well. Um, a peace enhancer, a partner in peace and quiet. Yeah. All right. So there's that. Okay. Your second takeaway is, or ours, Three of Cups, celebration time. Clarified by Eight of Cups in reversal, extroverted. This is a comeback energy. This is like a glow up. This is a better life for you for sure. You'll feel the feels, and you're being seen for you at your best, and it's like your as is state. Like this is an upgrade. Clarified by so this also means better missions as well. Pig, beware of greed. Yeah, it's still an upright. Beware of greed. Oh, okay. Internal, external. External. That's they're haters. There's energies that are haters on the outskirts. So even though you experience a glow up and so you're experiencing also accolades, there's energies that love to wallow in dirt, that love to fodder off of anything, or eat off of any fodder. There's, yeah, that's an external. FYI. Okay. All right. 3 takeaways from me. Judgment in reverse. Karma to commence. You will reap what you sow. Yeah. Okay. All right. Clarified by what's my karma, spirit? What's my karma? 2. Okay. Okay. Oh, the Empress and the World card. Oh my gosh. How crazy is that? That's crazy. This is, I think, what was alongside Graviton in that last reading. That is insane. That's crazy. They're upright. What my karma is great. It is excellent. It is spectacular. It is magnificent. It is like shut the front door. That's like it started it and I'm gonna end it. That kind of energy, like victory is mine with rainbows and like a ta-da from spirit. Right, that's freaking crazy. What? That's crazy. Thank you. Beware of greed. All right. Yeah. You know what I'm hearing? You make me want to shout, kick my heels up and shout, that kind of thing. Dogs again, getting together with friends in reversal. So yeah, there's some solitude here. Um, and naturally, after when you become a new parent, let's say, to like a new enterprise, new business, whatever, new baby, you do kind of like tend to like pull back anyway. You do tend to like have to retreat because there are other serious matters at hand, taking care of the little one, and just all of the pure exhaustion of having to nest 24/7, and go through the strides of like uh, intensified and expedited growth, of a dependent, and therefore yourself, your measures of adaptation, all of that. So never mind if it is like, if let's say, greed on the externals, is going to speak itself into like being ousted or not invited or not welcomed or not like super celebrated, you know like it's it's kind of irrelevant to what my life calls for. um and so I don't have to make any judgment towards that. That just is. And so I don't have to have feelings towards that either. And so this time in my life is actually beautiful. And the context of something that's matter of fact is like, mm, my feelings qualify for something better, and they're being not really put to the test per se, but being put to something, being applied to something better than old world pettiness. So this is good. um yeah, this is very good. um the second takeaway. Oops. Queen of Swords in reverse. Well, this is going to be a lot of people talking, a lot of female energy talking. Um, it's verging on like on gossip. Maybe like, what does she do to get there? That kind of energy. But the people that kind of say it like that, they're the ones that really do that shit. Like, I wonder what she did to get there. That kind of energy. Holy crap. Okay. They're slutty in some aspect. There's dirty in some aspect when they just say shit like that. Um, it must be because of this or that. Um, what do we say about this? Um, they wanted to claim their energy as objective, but it was straight up at first-hand account. It was ill-intended. Nowhere near any of that would expose like well-intended energy, and therefore to balance out and say like, oh, neutrality in some aspects. This is straight up objective, like, and it's like courteous sense, like, my courteous sense. But that's what they wanted to claim, but it get like energy, it told me. Yeah. So these are gossipers. These are I asked if it was spies, and it was no. This is so gossipers. This type of energy can come across not just females but also males. And I don't know about non-binaries. I like to think that non-binaries, because they're so very precise about how they identify, that they're more um, not just intellectual, but liberal in their way of thinking. And so because of that, they don't like the boundaries, the like suffocation of gossip energy. So I don't feel like this applies to non-binaries. If so, it's someone that's like very like on the verge of like not sure this and that. They're not around like the best supportive environment if so. So I would say that's more of like um a phase of energy rather than their true identity and trying to figure things out because like they're surrounded by um confused energies, you know what I mean, like misleading type of energies. um mhm. So okay, yeah, that is definitely external energy. um because at first when I was laying it down, I heard like again a bitch, you know, that type of energy. But like when somebody calls me a bitch, I don't get offended either. I don't I know the cue and the impression of it, the way I'm supposed to feel about it, what people are proposing, what people are projecting, but I don't find bitch to be mm, offensive to me. Um, I just don't like. I think I grew up with like the coarseness of not being so prim and proper, because that was truly emphasized in its training and discipline. Um, and so it was almost like a compliment to say to call somebody a bitch, like from girl to girl, especially like recognizing that we're so comfortable with each other. I like you so much. You're my bitch, you know, that kind of energy. But it wasn't like so mm, naggy. It was like, you're such a bitch. But it was done in love, you know what I mean? Um, but I think, like, in the environment that I was in, I was the only one that really I was one of the rarities that perceived it that way, for quite a while, and so, um, that's just my personal thing, so if somebody calls me that, it doesn't I don't know, it doesn't really, translate the same way. So, anyway, there's that. Okay, so that being an external energy, clarifying that with Five of Cups. I'm going to say goodbye to those energies. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. So I don't need to Karen out. I just peace out. That's it. That's the most graceful thing that you can do. That's the Princess Diana way of bowing out. Peace out. I have better things to do than waste my breath here. I don't want to share the same oxygen with you. Like, yeah. Nah, that's what that is. Like, if Princess Di were to get like smoke out, she'd be like, nah, and then laugh and then head on out. That's what that is. Okay, clarified by. Ugh. Man, inverted dealings or relationship with a man, inverted. Um, yeah, yeah, because guys will gossip too. You know, especially if they're bored with their lives and bored of each other's stories in the like their version of a round table. Um, yeah. So, mm, why is that my takeaway? I mean, I guess that's just is because it's the contrast, the stark difference between this side of the bridge and the other. And should that bridge really exist? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, so it's the difference between one side of the gate and another. Um, yeah, it's like I am truly better off. And now it's not like laughing in somebody's face and saying, and neither is it saying I told you so. It's the complete like I'm I am honed in. I am interested in what's happening in my life. And that's where all of my interest is naturally going. I no longer have the fixation of disinterest. I have, I'm engrossed by what I am interested in. This is wonderful. hmm And that's why that's part of my takeaways. And saying like some people will just never grow up. Some people will just never change. It's not like you can't teach an old dog new tricks. It's some willfully are so comfortable within their own familiarities, that that's like those are the tricks that they will die with. You know what I mean? That kind of energy. All right, my third takeaway is Six of Cups. I have friends. I have great friendships, soul ties. Upright. They showing up. They're showing up. This is also setting the example that I am a friend to myself. I am in it for the long run with myself. I am my own honeypot. I am my own honeybee. I am my own queen bee. Okay, it's all good. I can get sprung on myself. I'm checking out my buoyancy. A high pitch ringing in my left ear. 1:41:32 on the clock. 4:28 a.m. They said that's true. So they're saying this is like when people get the first introduction of Tigger, but like as a youngling, like, well, there's no one quite like you, but at the same time maybe it's a little much kind of energy, but it's like it's free flowing. It's that energy. Okay, extroverted. Six of Pentacles, extroverted. Reciprocity. That is true buoyancy. Master number 66. This is the Cookies and Cup, and this is the Master Lover, Master Artisan. This is Cookies and Cup threefold when it comes to like the partnerships, the co-piloting. It's threefold within our own pursuits. So that's wonderful. Okay. Clarified by like one for today, one for tomorrow. Now and later. So, basically when I think I grew up with that kind of candy. So it's that kind of concept there. Okay. Clarified by. Okay. All right. Pale inverted, time to get out of a situation, and then chain of events that will affect your life. So I'm going to be taken out of a situation that no longer serves. And a lot of things will happen that are very much not just intertwined, but connected. And so it's not quite like a domino effect where each one is like separated from each other, nor can they be misaligned. Chain is, even if they're like, kind of like mangled like that, it's, there's, you cannot remove its alignment and its connection. So, interesting. That is crazy. All right. Okay, I can get one more. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. No more. That's it for now. All right. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's wonderful, though. Thanks so much. Oh, I look different. is it? I don't know. Peachy. All right. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. Can I get a word of caution here, though? I feel like I need to get a takeaway caution. No, it's all good. Can I get a New Year one? Closer. No, because of what I said before about like the takeaways, so I can't blanket. Like there's a chain here. So anyway, that's it for now. Thanks very much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. But now that this reading is officially over, I call back all my power, energy, essence, gifts, strength, properties, passions, pursuits, and prospects from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, or any variation thereof the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for reformatting to love and light energy, and to be refortified in me, only me, house free, no doubt, no attachment, except for all. Oh my God, you can't see it. Oh my God, bonus. Align, bonus points included. Thanks so much. All right, upon closing the portals in these readings, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas too. Assisting with a sequence of rollout in light and love. I close the portals in these readings. Now, where's the mouse? Give me the freaking mouse! Where's the end button? There it is. Bye.